Ćao svima, kako ste? Hi everyone, how are you? U ovom videu pričamo o bojama u srpskom jeziku i raznim izrazima koji sadrže boje. In this video we are going to talk about colors in Serbian language and different idioms that contain reference to colors. Pa, hajde da počnemo. So, let's get started. Boje, colors. The term for color in Serbian is boja. Boje is plural form, colors. Hajde da vidimo koje boje imamo u srpskom jeziku. Let's see which colors there are in Serbian language. Bela, žuta, plava, crvena, zelena, ljubičasta, narandžasta, siva, brown, crna. Notice how most of the colors on this slide end in the vowel a. This is because they agree with the noun, which is the noun boja, color, in nominative singular form. However, there is one color here, brown, which doesn't end in a. This is because this color is a word of foreign origin, and these words, and there is another color that I'm going to show, and a few more that are not going to be covered in this video, but that came to Serbian from other languages, and they don't change and adjust to the noun in terms of gender and number and case. So brown will always be brown, regardless of the case or the number of the noun that it accompanies. This does not apply to other colors. They will be changing just like any other adjective in Serbian language, according to the case, according to the number, and according to the gender of the noun that they accompany. And we will see examples of this right on the very next slide. Okay, now I'm going to show you how the endings in the adjective change depending on the case, and also show you some new colors in Serbian language, in particular those related to the color of the hair, and some of which you will probably find surprising. Crvena kosa, red hair, ona ima crvenu kosu. So you can see how the ending for, so the color is crven. That's the masculine nominative singular form. Then we said in feminine singular nominative form, it is crvena. Now we see that here we have crvenu. Why is that? Because after the verb to have, imati, we always use accusative, because accusative is used for direct objects, and after the verb to have, I have what, we need a direct object, right? So that's why the noun, which is kosa, feminine noun, it has the ending u, and then the adjective that accompanies this noun has to have the same ending for this case, which in this case is also u. Ona ima crvenu kosu. Riđa kosa. Ona ima riđu kosu. Riđa kosa, ginger hair. Smeđa kosa. Ona ima smeđu kosu. Smeđa kosa is brown hair. Now, you remember that the term for brown color is brown boja. But when we describe hair, more often we say smeđa kosa than brown kosa. Brown kosa is not so common. We say smeđa kosa, smeđe oči. It won't be a big mistake if you say brown kosa, brown oči. That's fine, everyone will understand. It's just slightly less common. Smeđa kosa, ona ima smeđu kosu. Crna kosa, ona ima crnu kosu. Now, here's the surprise. plava kosa. Ona ima plavu kosu. We know that plava boja is blue color. So how come for somebody who is blonde, we say ona ima plavu kosu? She has blue hair? No. We use the term plava kosa to describe blonde hair because this term is taken from old Slavic language and it kind of just kept being used and stayed in Serbian. Plav was used to describe light colors, so anything that is whitish or yellowish in color. So it just was maintained and stayed until this day in Serbian language. And finally, seda kosa, it's gray hair. Ona ima sedu kosu. She has gray hair. Mi takođe koristimo boje da opišemo hranu ili piće. We also use colors to describe certain types of food or drinks. Hajde da vidimo neke primere. Let's see some examples. Belo vino, white wine, crno vino. Now, this is a little bit different than in English and other languages. For red wine, we say crno vino, literally black wine. Zeleni čaj, green tea. Crna kafa, black coffee, literally, but we use it to refer to domestic or Turkish coffee, domaća ili turska kafa. So a different term for this is also crna kafa. So for example, if you are visiting a friend or if you are in a coffee shop, you can say, I'd like a Turkish coffee, which would be ja želim tursku kafu, or ja želim domaću kafu, or ja želim crnu kafu. These are all the same terms for one type of coffee. So turska kafa, domaća kafa, domaća means homemade or domestic, and crna kafa, black coffee. These are all one type of coffee, which is probably the most popular coffee that we drink in Serbia. Crna čokolada, black chocolate, and bela čokolada, white chocolate. When something is colorful, we use the term šaren. Šaren, colorful, šaren. For example, šarena majica, colorful t-shirt. If something has only one color on it, we say jednobojan. Jednobojan. Literally translated, it's like one colored. Jednobojna majica. Jednobojna majica is a t-shirt with one color only. Remember how I told you that there are some colors which do not change and endings depending on the case or number or gender. And one such color is rose, pink. Rose majica, pink shirt. Another color we mentioned like that, brown, brown kaput, brown coat. Now, let's see this adjective in a different case. Devojka u roze majici. A girl in a pink shirt. Roze majici. This is locative case. After the preposition u, we frequently use locative case. And this noun, feminine noun, majica, has the ending i. But as you can see, adjective, it doesn't change. It's just the same in nominative or in locative singular. Devojka u brown kaputu. Same situation here. Kaput is a masculine noun. The ending in locative is u. But the adjective here, brown, did not change. Why is this the case? Because both of these colors are the words of foreign origin and they do not change with the case or the number or the gender. Devojka bez brown kaputa. Here, a girl without brown coat. after the preposition bez, we use genitive, but the adjective did not change. Devojka bez roze majice, a girl without a pink shirt. Again, the noun changed, majice. This is the genitive form of a feminine singular noun, but the adjective stayed just the same as it is in nominative form. When we want to say that the color is dark, we can add an adverb tamno to the name of the color. When we want to say that the color is light, we can add the adverb svetlo to the color. Na primer, for example, tamno plava, dark blue. Svetlo plava, light blue. Notice how we write those as one word. For example, if I want to say dark blue t-shirt, I would say tamno plava majica and write tamno plava as one word. Or if I would want to say dark blue phone, I would say tamno plavi telefon. Telefon is a masculine noun, so I would say tamno plavi telefon. Again, writing this word dark blue as one word. Or if I want to say neuter, use an example with the neuter noun, tamno plavo pismo, dark blue letter. Tamno siva boja I svetlo siva boja. Tamno crvena boja, svetlo crvena boja. Now, if I want to speak about the combination of colors, for example, plavo-bela majica, blue and white shirt, then I would separate the adverb from the adjective by using a dash. Plavo-bela majica. So remember, when we say dark blue, we write it as one word without a dash. Now we separate the adverb, add the adjective with a dash if we are speaking about a combination of colors. Plavo-bela majica or crveno-bela majica. Red. Now I also want to show you what are some other cases that can describe that something is of a certain color, and this doesn't need to be only nominative. So, for example, we can say plavi zid, blue wall. That's simple. This is something we have already encountered. But we can also say zid plave boje, a wall of blue color, if translated literally in English. Plave boje is genitive. So we can use genitive to describe quality of a thing or an object, how it looks, what color it is. Zid plave boje. Likewise, we can say zeleni couch, green couch, or couch zelene boje. Žuti tepih, yellow carpet, ili or tepih žute boje. Okay. Besides genitive, there are also other cases that we can use to describe the quality or the appearance of a thing or a person using colors. Na primer, soba svetlih tonova boja. This is again genitive. The room with light tones or light colors. Let's see the same meaning conveyed through locative. Soba u svetlim tonovima ili bojama. The room with light tones or colors. And instrumental, soba sa svetlim tonovima bojama. Again, the room with light tones or colors. All these three cases, as you can see, convey the same meaning. We are describing the room and describing its appearance. Remember that example that we had with a girl in a pink t-shirt? So we can say devojka u roze majici. That would be locative. A girl in a pink t-shirt. Devojka sa roze majicom. A girl with a pink t-shirt. Instrumental. And then when we are describing the appearance of the girl, for example, let's say she's blonde, we can say devojka plave kose, a blonde girl, or devojka sa plavom kosom, a girl with blonde hair. So genitive, locative, and instrumental, besides nominative, which you've already seen many examples for in this context, can be used to describe appearance, and we can use colors in this context to describe what something looks like. And now let's look at idioms, expressions, or verbs in Serbian that refer to a certain color. Prvi primer, first example, došla mu je žuta minuta. Došla mu je žuta minuta. Literally translated, it means, and it won't make any sense, but be patient, yellow minute came to him. What does that mean? Well, when we say in Serbian, došla mu je žuta minuta, we think that the person got very upset, very annoyed, and they yelled, they said things they didn't want to say, they were simply so angry they couldn't control themselves. And then we say, for example, when we want to say that he was very upset or he was very angry, we can say došla mu je žuta minuta. Još jedan izraz sa žutom bojom. Another expression with yellow color. On ne čita žutu štampu. Literal translation, he does not read yellow magazines or yellow newspapers. But when we say žuta štampa, this means not high quality newspapers. On ne čita žutu štampu, it means he doesn't read gossip magazines, let's say, and he doesn't read magazines that contain unverified information. On ne čita žutu štampu. Primer sa zelenom bojom. On je pozeleneo od zavisti. He turned green with envy. Pozeleneti is a verb that contains the adjective zelen, green, in it. We say in Serbian that somebody turned green with envy when they became very envious. On je pozeleneo od zavisti. Ja sam pozelenela od zavisti. I turned green with envy. I was very envious. Or, for example, we can use this verb in present tense and say ja pozelenim od zavisti kada vidim neku poznatu ličnost. I turn green with envy when I see a famous person. Primer sa crvenom bojom, example with red color. On je pocrveneo od sramote. He turned red with embarrassment. And in Serbian we use this verb pocrveneti when we are embarrassed or shy. And we can say ja pocrvenim svaki put kada neko priča o meni. I turn red in my cheeks each time when somebody talks about me. Pocrveneti od sramote, to turn red with embarrassment. A sada jedan primer sa roze bojom. Ona gleda život kroz ružičaste naočare. She looks at life through pink-colored glasses. This is the same expression as in English. The meaning is that somebody has too optimistic, too cheerful outlook on life. That one thing I want to point out here is this adjective, ružičast. So remember when we said like the term for pink is actually rose. Here it's more like rose colored. Ruža is a rose, a flower. So ružičast is the color of a rose, and when you want to approximate the color, like to say a bluish, grayish, pinkish, then you would add this ending ast to it. For example, ružičast, pinkish, crvenkast would be reddish, and sivkast is grayish. Ok, idemo dalje. Vreme je za sivu boju. It's time for gray color. Mnoge firme rade u sivoj zoni. Literal translation of this sentence: many companies work in gray zone or gray area. When we say siva zona, or you can also hear siva ekonomija, gray economy, this means that this is something that is happening outside of law and for the sake of personal gain. So when we say mnoge firme rade u sivoj zoni, this means many companies are trying to work illegally or to avoid law. Primer sa crnom bojom. On mora da radi na crno. Let me give you first the literal translation of this sentence. He has to work on black. That's literally. But what we mean by this when we say raditi na crno, it means to work without having any of the taxes paid to the government. So your employer is not paying taxes for your work. You're just getting paid, you're getting cash, but you don't have any benefits, you're not registered, and the taxes are not being paid. So that means raditi na crno. Još jedan izraz sa crnom bojom. On čuva pare za crne dane. He's saving for literally black days, which means he's saving for the sake of emergency or when bad times come. Crni dani are bad times. So on čuva pare, he's saving money for the bad times. Ok, primjer sa crnom i belom bojom. Imamo sve detalje ugovora, crno na belo. Literal translation of the sentence: we have all the details of the contract, black on white. Crno na belo means written very clearly, can be used as a proof, includes all the details that we need. Crno na belo originated from the time when we used to write with a black ink on white paper. So this is to say we have the proof of that everything has been written down and that we know all the terms and conditions of the contract or whatever it is that we want to establish between each other. Imamo sve detalje ugovora, crno na belo. We have all the details of the contract clear and understandable. And the last expression is with the term colorful, šaren. Njena obećanja su bila čista šarena laža. Let's translate literally first. Her promises were pure, colorful lie. The word laža is a little bit outdated term for a lie, and nowadays in Serbian we use laž, which is a masculine noun, so it's the same as this noun, but just without that a at the end. Laž is a lie. But in this expression we use this old term laža, šarena laža. You will also hear the term laža nowadays in Serbian in reference to pacifier. So pacifier, there are two ways, two terms for it in Serbian, cucla ili laža. So you can hear some parents referring to pacifier as laža or as cucla. Njena obećanja su bila čista šarena laža. The translation of this expression šarena laža is like a pure farce, something unbelievable, a manipulation, right? So we can say her promises were pure manipulation. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to our channel. I will also leave the links down below to our newsletter, online courses and online lessons. Hvala vam puno i pišite nam šta mislite o ovom videu. Thank you very much and let us know what you think about this video. Do sljedećeg slušanja. Ćao!